What do we give value to? We evaluate everything in terms of gain and loss, less and more, success and failure. So every emotion, every action, every thought that comes, we have been trained to evaluate every mood that comes, every thought that comes. And what have we all noticed? What can we all perceive and be in total unity with one perception? That thoughts and feelings come uninvited. You cannot control the arising of thinking or feeling. You may think once it has arisen, one feels or imagines themselves or does a kind of temporary fix to control, to manage. And you actually have no control also when these feelings, when these thoughts will go. So if we do not have that control, and I think we're all in agreement that we've all perceived the same, that thoughts come uninvited, which means without your control. Feelings come uninvited without your control. You only become aware of them once they've arrived. So to see through the illusion that we can control, this is very powerful, because then one can sit with the observation that is not being evaluated all the time, analyzed, judged, categorized, labeled. The satsang is a kind of reset, you can say, in your week, to wake you up again and again, to be woken up to what do you actually perceive? And what veils come? What kind of filters come that come with false hopes, false dreams, false expectations, false imaginations? And then it's no wonder that we end up feeling drained, that we feel frustrated, that we feel empty inside. Because one thing we also all perceive, and that's why I'm using this word perception again and again, it is not a belief, but we all perceive that there is something within us that is not able to rest until you find your center, until you, in that center, can be free from doubt, fear, worry, greed, anxiety, and ultimately even free from want, from a sense of lack that drives you into wanting. And the most insidious want is the wanting of self-realization. Self-realization that has been colored with our concepts, with our fake imaginations. Great credit to all of you. I'm not just patting you on the back to flatter you. I really sincerely mean it. All of you who can hear this are already stripped from your illusions of control, your illusions of a utopian life. All of you have reached a state, what is called vairagya, the disillusionment. You have become disillusioned. In Sanskrit, vairagya. Rag means desire, always going towards what you want and running away from what you don't want. You're tired of doing this. You know that is not going to work. Just running to something and away from something. Running towards success and away from failure. Running, running, running. All of you have reached a point where you just go, hey, stop. Let me look truly look. Let me be able to perceive as opposed to just imagine what should be. Let me perceive what really is. Let's take a moment because this point is very powerful. And let's just meditate on this one point, that all of you have been brought to a point where you can stop running. You have been brought to a point in your sincere seeking for liberation from worry, liberation from confusion, liberation from being tired, frustrated, and disappointed. You've all been brought to this point where you can stop running. It is a great power to stop running, because everything in your nervous system, which includes your mind, has been trained to keep running. The evaluation, constant labeling, and valuing all that which is of change, valuing body beauty, valuing intellectual information, valuing the exploitation of each other's egos, valuing money and material success, valuing physical strength. All those labels of value that we have put on the external, on the body, on the mind, and our imaginations of the spirit. When you stop running, which is this point you are at now, there is nowhere to run. Now look, all that you can perceive is a kind of wavering energy, thoughts, feelings, sensations, some memories, and some plans. That's what you see. That's what you can perceive. They come uninvited. They stay for some time. They move along and give way for another perception, another sensation, another thought, another plan, another memory to arise. Don't control it. Just be there where you are. Give up controlling. Give up evaluating. Give value to that power that can stop running. Thoughts will run. You're not running with the thoughts. No thought is making you get up right now. No feeling is driving you to get up right now. No sensation is causing such unease that you have to get up right now. You have the power to sit. Your eyes are not engaged in seeing. Your nose is not engaged in smelling. Your tongue is not engaged in tasting. Your lips are not engaged in talking. Your hands are not engaged in grasping. Your feet are not engaged in walking. And in time and with practice, your mind is not engaged in evaluating gain, loss, success, failure, more, less. good, bad, having, not having. You all have the power to just sit and be as you are, pure perception, pure seer. Pure observer. Don't need to evaluate the observer. How, why, when, what. These are evaluating words. It is not a why or a what or a how, not really even a who. You are. That seer is pure, pure being, pure consciousness, pure existence, pure knowing, pure love. Pure meaning it is not mixed with thinking, with feeling, with doing, with remembering, with planning. Don't be afraid of what arises. It may feel like chaos. It may feel like confusion. Everything may seem muddied. But you sit and recognize the power of sitting through it. The inner eye wide open. Not as an experience, not as something you know, but as pure perception. I am. I am is prior to I am great or I am small. I am is prior to I have gained, I have lost. Prior to less, more. Even prior to time, space. Up, down, past, future. I am is pure. You all have the power to perceive, not as an imposter. This is your direct perception. Only doubt comes that doesn't allow you to really claim it. I am. One thing you can claim. I am. All else is what you have, not who you are. All that which you have will be subject to evaluation, to insecurity, to doubt, to fear, to gain and loss, and time and space. But that which you are is ever free, ever pure, ever present. Don't grasp it. Just know without the power of sitting, you will have no possibility of allowing this knowledge that already you are sitting with or as that power. Without this power, you could not sit and hear these words, relate to these words. So know that you are that power. Take a few minutes. Don't control. Don't struggle. You are that power of perception. Pure, free, forever present. So it really doesn't matter how many thoughts come and go, or feelings come and go, ideas that you are balanced or you are in chaos, you're in the trough or in the peak, what you have done or what you should do, all this becomes insignificant in the face of what is really truly valued. Your presence, yourself, unchanging, ever-present awareness. As Carol said, these satsangs are a kind of dipping the mind like a cloth into dye, so it becomes colored in the perception of what is, free from the imaginations that make it all so cloudy, confused, and make us run unnecessarily, exhaustingly, frustratedly. Just these 15 minutes just to sit and not run, not act on fear, not act on illusions, not acting on the need to control or the need to have some stamp that stamps good, bad, success, failure, less, more, gain, loss. So satsang is the reset, the reminder that you are what you want to be. Powerful presence of being. Really, sincerely, it is your credit. You have the power to sit through all kinds of difficulties. You practice this power of sitting for 20 minutes, as we have just now, every day, and you will watch the symptoms starting to show up in your life, not as an idea, not as a belief, not as a philosophy, but as your direct perception that all that changes you cannot control, but you can know that which does not change. I am. That I am is pure, free, ever present. In Sanskrit, Amaram Ham, Madaram Ham, Amaram Ham, Madaram Ham. When you forget, simply repeat Amaram Ham, Madaram Ham, Amaram Ham, Madaram Ham. I am pure, free, forever present. I'll let you sit in your own space and time and see you next week. Amaram Ham, Madaram Ham. Great love and respect to all of you for recognizing the value of meditation.